Hey, what's going on, guys? Brent 031. Got, if you don't recognize him, Randall with GruntProof. And we're out here for the SERE Challenge number 3. This is the 2024 edition. And if you guys remember, I was a contestant on season 2 SERE Challenge. And we just finished it up, and it was fucking phenomenal. But I've got the man, the myth, the legend here to explain the SERE Challenge. So if you guys don't know anything about it, you can go ahead and check it out. But Randall, thanks for coming on and putting this on again. I know this is a lot of freaking grunt work to get done. So I can just see how much effort and work you put into it, and it clearly shows. And I know you guys are gonna love this next season because it is a motherfucker. So, yeah, man, if you can just kind of explain the premise of the show and the challenge and where people can find it and everything else.
Yeah, survival, evasion, resistance, escape. Every year we've tried to incorporate more of that acronym. Last year was probably the first test run of the real part. This year we stepped it up by probably an exponential amount, and so I had great help with me. These guys came out and brought awesome ideas to the table and played it off really well. This year was freaking brutal. I know this was the first one where I said I don't want to be involved. I wouldn't want to do it. So it worked out very well.
I can honestly say, guys, it is leaps and bounds above what we did previous seasons. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, just fucking amazing. But we had 2 really good sports. You know, they gave it all they had, and we're not going to reveal anything. You guys are just going to have to watch the series. I know you guys are going to absolutely love it. So check it out. And what is the new YouTube channel for the SERE Challenge?
SERE Challenge. Just search for SERE Challenge, and you'll see a nice doom and gloom logo, and that's where all the action's happening.
I can assure you guys, there's nothing else like it on YouTube, hands down. So,
yeah, great event. Bringing out like-minded dudes, having fun in the woods. That's what it's all about, getting some training, and yeah.
Randall, I know it's hard to predict, but what is your projection on when the first episode is going to air?
I'm going to try to start rolling them out around February again, February 2024.
Awesome. All right, well, I'll see you guys there. Check it out, SERE Challenge YouTube channel.
Rock on.
I got Tom here with the Prepared Pathfinder. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel. I know he's got an Instagram, and what else you got, man?
Yeah, Instagram, just YouTube, that's it.
Awesome. Well, Tom here was a contestant on the 2024 GruntProof SERE Challenge. And we just wrapped this up. I don't want to reveal anything that happened in it, but I do definitely want to talk to Tom and kind of find out what he did to prepare for it. And I mean, this guy's got a unbelievable, huge military background. And just want to kind of breeze over that real quick, man. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I served for 25 years in the Parachute Regiment in the UK, 7 operational deployments to Iraq, Afghanistan, Northern Ireland, Kosovo, Macedonia. I was in the Pathfinders, which is a reconnaissance unit for the Airborne Brigade, and I also served for another 8 years in the reserves after that, so 33 years all up of military service.
Awesome. And I know you've already done some SERE training, some actual no shit British military SERE training before coming out to this.
Yeah, so I did the SERE course, level C, which is the full course including 36 hours interrogation, 3 times during my career. So I did it once whilst I was in one para, once when I was in Pathfinders, and I had to kind of qualify for it later on in Pathfinders as well.
Awesome. So I know some people watching this are probably like, if this dude went through that, why in the hell would he want to participate in this SERE Challenge? So can you speak to that for us?
God knows. No, I just thought it looked like a really good challenge. Looked like an awesome event to take part in. Also to come over here and do it in California, totally different environment previously. And yeah, just for the challenge really more than anything.
Right. Yeah, I know. So I was a contestant in last season, and that was the thing for me, right?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of great and wonderful things in my military career, but you know, I watched the previous season to the one I was in, and I was like, hey, that looks mentally and physically tough.
Exactly.
I want to test my mettle, make sure I still got it, and put myself to test. And man, I'll tell you what, the SERE Challenge is definitely something to do about that. So.
Absolutely, it's no joke. I mean, that was a tough few days there.
Yeah. And again, we're not going to go through it. You guys are going to have to watch the show.
Yep.
But can you tell us, I mean, obviously you've been out for a while, like what did you do to prepare for the SERE Challenge or anything?
Well, one thing I had to work on quite a bit was my fitness. Not that my fitness was particularly bad, but I've had an injury. I broke my femur parachute a few years back, so I've only just started getting back into running.
Yeah.
So I was getting back into that. I pushed myself quite a bit on my sort of running front. and I got out in the hills and the mountains, up and down, hiking, trekking, and practicing my navigation too. Also, a little bit on top of that, made sure I was current and qualified, ready to go on the survival front as well.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, look forward to it. All right, the SERE Challenge. It has its own dedicated YouTube channel now, so be sure to go to that. GruntProof's the one that puts it on, but he started its own individual YouTube channel. But don't forget to check out Tom on his channel. You go ahead and pip that one last time.
Yeah, Prepared Pathfinder. Cheers, guys.
Awesome. All right, buddy.
Cheers.
Well, good job
Thanks,
out
Ben.
there.
Thanks,
It's great
Ben.
working with you and meeting you, all right?
You too. Really good to meet you too.
All right, guys. Keep fighting a good fight. Semper Fidelis. See you on the next
Cheers.
one.
Airborne.
So I got Clinton with The Swish on YouTube.
Yep.
Be sure to check him out. Do you have any other social media or anything like that you want to pimp?
Nothing like professional, just personal ones that I don't use. Just
Okay.
YouTube.
So YouTube, all right. So what's the reason for this video? Well, we just concluded the 2023, or I guess this would be the 2024,
Yeah.
GruntProof SERE Challenge. Is it 2024?
It will be, yeah.
That's right, because that's when it'll be airing. All right, so 2024 GruntProof SERE Challenge. And can't really go into detail on how it all played out. You guys will just have to stay tuned and check out that video on the SERE Challenge YouTube channel. But I just wanted to bring out Clinton here was one of the contestants, and I just wanted to talk to him without like revealing things.
Yeah.
Like, what were your thoughts going into it, and how did it kind of play out? Or what were your expectations?
Expectations were, I was kind of told it was going to be a little more, they were going to up the ante from like last season, but I did not expect it to be as upped as it was. It was just through the roof. But it was just an amazing experience and a great learning experience
Yeah.
for me, for not having any kind of certain training like resistance training, going into it blind. So, my wife will tell you, she goes, when you go into something, you just jump right in. That's how I am. So, yeah.
Well, I can tell you guys both that both the contestants in this SERE Challenge absolutely put it all on the line and put their heart out in it, and it was exceptionally rough. But Clinton, what's your background, man?
So I'm born and raised in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and right out of high school, I first enlisted in the Guard, Army National Guard, because I wasn't sure about active. And about 3 years later, I went active duty. I was at basic training when 9/11 happened. I did 13 years if you combine my Guard Army time in the infantry, U.S. Army infantry, and got medically retired in 2014. And since then, just been kind of.
Well, hold on, you're skipping over some things. I know you went down range. So.
Yeah, I did. I did 3 tours, 2 in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. Iraq was 06 and 08. Afghanistan was 2010 for that. So I was in Coast Afghanistan, and I was at in Sadia, Fob Falcon, Iraq. And then my second tour was 08. That was kind of when things started calming down there. So
Yeah.
we were just at Liberty pretty much the whole time. Then I think we went down to Scania for like 3 months left. So, and my duty stations were my first duty station was Baumholder, Germany, where I was with First AD. And then the majority of my active duty time was at Fort Campbell. I was a Rockasan for 7 years, and I retired out of Alaska, Fort Wainwright.
Okay,
Alaska.
Christopher Larson, who you guys know as Doc, he's a Rockasan himself.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, man, if you ever get the opportunity, go down to One Shepherd. It's a great training experience.
Okay,
But,
I'll have
can
to
you
check it out.
Can you tell us what you did to like prep for the SERE Challenge? Obviously, you watched the previous seasons. Last season, I was one of the contestants. The season before that, you had Bill, Stoker, and Coleman, and without a doubt, I know you watched those front to back to try to get some intel. Can you tell us what you did to prep for the SERE Challenge?
A lot of rucking and then just kind of hitting the gym as much as I could. I kind of had a little bit of hard time after I got out for a few years and gained a little bit of weight. But finally, I'm like, you know what? And it was great to have a goal. Something to set towards to really motivate you. And my wife really helped too. She, there were times I don't feel like going. She's like, you're gonna regret it. Get out there. So it was a lot of rucking, a lot of gym time, and then I had to start thinking outside the box. I have 4 kids, and there were times where I couldn't get a ruck in, so I would mow the lawn and just throw my ruck on. Just to do that.
Sure, the neighbors looked at you.
They did.
Cross-eyed
They
on
did, and we're here in the mountains, and Indiana is just flat.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out, okay, how can I get any kind of uphill training, and I just did a lot of stair stepping and stuff like that to prepare for being able to walk up this terrain, stuff like that. So yeah.
All right, brother. Well, my hat's off to you in your
Thank you.
participation in the SERE Challenge. There's a very small minority of people that are willing to put themselves out on there and really test their mental and physical capabilities here during the GruntProof SERE Challenge, and you definitely went through it.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I think I heard you say somewhere that this was one of the hardest things you've ever done.
It was out of everything I've been, you know, with as far as mentally and physically, it was one of the hardest challenges I've ever done. So I'm pretty proud of myself for getting through it the way I did, and learned a lot. You know, made some mistakes here and there, but that's what it's for. You know. Yeah, it was a great time. And as I said, I think I said during around the campfire, it was the most fun I ever had being miserable.
All right, Clinton. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Good job out here. Okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
See you guys on the next one, and don't forget to check out his YouTube channel.